Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Predicted Arsenal lineup, tactical breakdown, and who will win today. Introduction: a match that carries more than 3 points. When Arsenal walk out today to face Aston Villa, it is not just another Premier League fixture. It is a test of ambition, mentality, and belief. It is a meeting between a team chasing the summit and a team determined to prove they belong among England's elite. For Arsenal, every match now carries the weight of a type of challenge. Every selection by Mikel Arteta is analyzed. Every pass, every press, every missed chance feels magnified. For Aston Villa, led by the meticulous and dangerous Unai Emery, this is a chance to strike a blow against one of the league's strongest sides and remind everyone that they are no longer outsiders. This article explores Arsenal's predicted starting 11, how Arteta is likely to set his team up, the key individual battles that could decide the match, Aston Villa's threat and how Arsenal can stop it, and finally, who is most likely to win today. The context: why this game matters so much. Arsenal enter this match knowing that dropped points are becoming increasingly costly. The margins at the top of the Premier League are brutally thin. A single draw can feel like defeat. A single defeat can reshape the title race. Aston Villa are not arriving as underdogs in the traditional sense. They are organized, confident, and tactically disciplined. Under Emery, Villa have developed a reputation for compact defensive structure, intelligent pressing triggers, ruthless use of transitions. For Arsenal, this means patience will be essential. They cannot rush the game. They cannot allow frustration to dictate their tempo. Mikel Arteta's selection philosophy for big matches. Before diving into the lineup itself, it is important to understand how Arteta thinks on days like this. In high-stakes games, Arteta typically prioritizes control in midfield, defensive security in rest defense, wide dominance through wingers, flexible pressing structures. This often means a goalkeeper comfortable with distribution, center-backs who can defend space and build play, full-backs who invert or overlap depending on game state, a midfield leader to dictate tempo, explosive wide attackers to stretch the pitch. With that in mind, let's break down Arsenal's predicted lineup. Predicted Arsenal lineup, 4-3-3. Goalkeeper: David Raya. David Raya is expected to start in goal, and his role goes far beyond shot stopping. Why Raya starts: elite distribution under pressure, confidence playing as a sweeper, ability to bait presses and break lines with one pass. Against Aston Villa, Raya's calmness will be vital. Villa often press in a mid-block, waiting for pressing triggers. Raya's passing can neutralize this by finding the free man early. Key responsibility today: starting Arsenal's attacks cleanly and preventing Villa from gaining momentum through high turnovers. Right back: Ben White. Ben White's evolution into one of the Premier League's most reliable right-backs has been crucial to Arsenal's balance. What White offers: defensive solidity against counterattacks, underlapping runs to support Bukayo Saka, tactical intelligence in positional play. Against Villa, White will likely tuck inside during build-up, allowing Arsenal to create a temporary back three. Key battle: Ben White versus Villa's left-sided attackers during transitions. Centre-back: William Saliba. William Saliba is the foundation of Arsenal's defense. Why Saliba is irreplaceable: exceptional 1v1 defending, recovery pace against fast forwards, composure under pressure. Against Ollie Watkins, Saliba's anticipation and timing will be tested repeatedly. Watkins thrives on movement behind the defense, and Saliba must stay switched on at all times. Centre-back: Gabriel Magalhaes. Alongside Saliba, Gabriel brings physical dominance and aerial strength. Gabriel's role: aggression in duels, protecting the box, defending set pieces. Aston Villa are dangerous from corners and wide free kicks. Gabriel's presence will be essential to neutralize that threat. Left-back: Oleksandr Zinchenko, or alternative option. If fit, Zinchenko is likely to start due to his ability to step into midfield. Why Zinchenko matters: creates numerical superiority in midfield, helps Arsenal dominate possession, allows left winger to stay high and wide. However, Villa may target the space Zinchenko vacates. Arteta will expect Gabriel to cover intelligently. Midfield trio: the engine room. Defensive midfield: Declan Rice. Declan Rice is the heartbeat of Arsenal's midfield. What Rice brings: ball-winning ability, defensive transitions control, leadership, and composure. Against Aston Villa's counterattacks, Raya's positioning could decide the match. If he cuts out transitions early, Arsenal stay in control. If not, Villa will create danger. Right central midfield: Martin Odegaard, captain. Odegaard is Arsenal's creative brain. His responsibilities today: breaking Villa's defensive lines, dictating tempo, leading the press from the front. Villa often defend compactly between the lines. Odegaard's movement and quick passing will be key to unlocking that block. Left central midfield: Kai Havertz, or similar profile. Havertz offers something different. Why he's important: late runs into the box, physical presence in midfield, ability to overlay the left side. Against Villa, Havertz can act as a second striker in possession, giving Arsenal an extra body in the box. Attack,
where games are won. Right wing, Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is Arsenal's most dangerous attacker. Why Saka is crucial today. Direct dribbling, penalty wing ability, and product in big games. Villa may double-team him, but that can open space elsewhere. Center forward, Gabriel Jesus. Jesus is expected to lead the line due to his link-up play. What Jesus provides: pressing from the front, dropping deep to create space, unpredictable movement. While not a traditional poacher, his work off the ball is essential against a structured Villa defense. Left wing, Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli brings raw pace and directness. Key role today: attacking space behind Villa's right back, stretching the defensive line, creating 1v1 situations. If Villa push up too high, Martinelli could punish them on the counter. How Arsenal are likely to play. In possession, build from the back, Zinchenko steps into midfield, Odegaard drifts into half spaces, Saka and Martinelli stay wide initially. Out of possession, high press and spells, mid-block when protecting a lead, Rice screens counterattacks. Arteta will want control first, intensity second. Aston Villa's threat. Aston Villa under Emery are dangerous and dangerous. Key dangers: Ollie Watkins' movement, fast transitions, tactical fouling to disrupt rhythm. If Arsenal lose concentration, Villa can punish them. Key battles that will decide the match: Saliba versus Watkins, Saka versus Villa's left back, Rice versus Villa's midfield runners, Odegaard versus Villa's low block. When these, Arsenal likely in the game. Mentality, the invisible factor. Big matches are not only tactical, they are psychological. Arsenal must stay patient, avoid emotional reactions, take chances when they come. Villa will wait for mistakes. Who will win today? Prediction, based on home advantage, squad quality, tactical control, momentum. Predicted result: Arsenal 2-1 Aston Villa. Possible goal scorers: Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli. Villa may score through a transition or set piece, but Arsenal's overall control should see them through. Final verdict: this match will not be easy, it will not be comfortable, but it is exactly the type of game title-challenging teams must win. If Arsenal stay disciplined, trust their structure, and take their chances, they should emerge victorious. Returning Arsenal duo spotted with squad at Team Hotel before Aston Villa showdown. Arsenal go head-to-head with their fellow Premier League title rivals Aston Villa on Tuesday night at the Emirates Stadium, and there could be two surprising collisions in the matchday squad. Images have surfaced online of Arsenal duo Kai Havertz and Ben White arriving with the rest of their teammates at the club's team hotel ahead of tonight's matchup against Aston Villa. The pair now appear to be on the comeback trail. Even if it's still not guaranteed they'll be included in the matchday squad. However, the fact they were present at least indicates they're closing in on a full return to fitness. Havertz has been back in training since last week when preparations for the Carabao Cup quarter-final clash against Crystal Palace began, while White has been absent since December 13th when he picked up a hamstring strain in the 2-1 win over Wolves. White started the match but pulled up in the first half when he chased back after Arsenal forward Hong Hee-chan, who had a shot saved by David Ray on the counterattack. If White was to be available to feature against Villa, it would mean he had made a swift recovery within the space of just 2.5 weeks. The versatile right-back's presence would be welcomed, because Arsenal had been forced to combat a number of fitness issues at the back in recent weeks and months. Centre-back Christian Mosquera remains sidelined with ankle problem, while there's some doubt as to whether Jurrien Timber will be available against Villa after missing the 2-1 win over Brighton. The Dutchman was pictured arriving at the hotel with the rest of his teammates, and so did Declan Rice, though he's a major fitness doubt due to a knee issue. Ricardo California also withdrew prior to kickoff against Albion after feeling something in the warm-up. Meanwhile, forward Kai Havertz has not played since injuring his knee on the opening day of the season against Manchester United. The German was forced to undergo a minor surgical procedure and has slowly been upping the intensity of his recovery program over the past few months. There had recently been reports suggesting Havertz had suffered a setback, but Arteta was quick to shoot those down just a matter of weeks ago, when he insisted the ex-German forward was closing in on return to action. Arsenal can extend their lead at the top of the Premier League to 5 points tonight with victory over Villa. Manchester City, who occupies second place, are not in action until Thursday when they travel to Sunderland. Aston Villa, however, are on a club record unbeaten run and have not lost in 11 matches in all competitions. Arsenal's preparations for tonight's blockbuster clash against Aston Villa were in full swing at the Sober Realty Training Center on Monday. The Gunners had Sunday off after narrowly pipping